Welcome to this explainer. To kick things off, I want you to picture the most breathtaking, incredibly realistic cinematic animation your mind can possibly conjure up. Got it? Well, keep that picture in your head, because what we're about to explore isn't just a movie script, it's reality. Today, we're taking a truly cinematic journey straight into a lost world to uncover Earth's most dangerous rulers.
Seriously, imagine a world where humans never even existed. We're talking about a world where giant reptiles ruled absolutely every single corner of the Earth. Picture predators larger than city buses hunting across vast ancient forests. Creatures stalking their prey with teeth the size of bananas and leaving behind footprints that were literally larger than a human body. It sounds crazy, right? But this isn't science fiction. This was our actual planet.
For an astonishing 165 million years, dinosaurs just absolutely dominated the globe. They started in the Triassic dawn about 230 million years ago, grew into the colossal Jurassic giants around 155 million years ago, and ruled right up until the Cretaceous fall 66 million years ago. To put that massive timeline into perspective, modern humans have been around for a microscopic, tiny fraction of that time. We're talking a blink of an eye. Meanwhile, dinosaurs lived through continents tearing apart, oceans forming from scratch, and whole mountain ranges rising up. They were, without a doubt, the undisputed kings.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Dawn of the Giants. We're heading back to the late Triassic period, into the harsh, unforgiving deserts of the supercontinent Pangaea.
Boom! Our very first danger level clocks in at a 4 out of 10. Now, that might not sound too apocalyptic, but trust me, this is just the beginning.
The creature earning that 4 out of 10 is the Coelophysis. Now, it was only about 3 meters long, but whatever it lacked in raw size, it completely made up for with blistering, terrifying speed. Remember, Earth looked totally different back then. All the major land masses were smashed together into Pangaea. It was sweltering hot, endless deserts were everywhere, and life really struggled to survive. But the Coelophysis, it adapted perfectly. It had this remarkably lightweight skeleton that turned it into a fast, super agile hunter. Its jaws were packed with razor-sharp teeth perfectly designed for snapping up small reptiles and insects. If you were a human out there, a pack of these guys would be a serious, serious problem. But more importantly, this relatively small, highly effective hunter actually set the evolutionary stage for the absolute monsters that were waiting in the wings.
Section 2, Titans of the Jurassic. Fast forward to 155 million years ago, and things get a whole lot bigger, and a lot deadlier. And just like that, we see a massive danger spike right up to an 8 out of 10. Let me be clear, if an adult human were to stumble across the creature behind this rating, there'd be zero chance of survival. None. One bite, and it's instantly over.
Meet the Allosaurus, the undisputed killer of the Jurassic. Just listen to these stats. 12 meters long, weighing over 2 tons, and a massive mouth absolutely packed with dozens of razor-sharp teeth. But what's truly terrifying here is how it actually hunted. Scientists believe the Allosaurus targeted enormous herbivores, and unlike modern predators that go for a quick, clean kill, the Allosaurus probably attacked repeatedly. It would violently tear chunks of flesh from its giant prey, step back, and attack again and again and again until the victim was completely weakened.
Now check out this incredible juxtaposition with the Stegosaurus. On one hand, you have its brain, which was surprisingly tiny for a peaceful, plant-eating grazer that just spent its days slowly wandering through the ferns. But look at the other end. That tail carried 4 massive, bone-puncturing spikes, famously known as a thagomizer. One powerful swing from that tail could literally shatter bone. So because of that heavily armored built-in weaponry, this peaceful herbivore actually rocked a solid 7 out of 10 danger level. It wasn't out looking for a fight, but if a predator pushed its luck, the Stegosaurus could easily maim or kill it. We're going to drop the danger level slightly to a 6 out of 10 for our next Jurassic Titan. But hey, don't let that lower number fool you. With this creature, you didn't even have to be its target. Just standing too close was a literal death sentence. Picture this in your mind, like a huge, sweeping cinematic movie shot. Towering high above the dense forest canopy is the Brachiosaurus, a staggering 12-meter-tall giant. Its incredibly long neck let it browse treetops that no other animal could even dream of reaching. Now, it was a strict herbivore, sure, but its sheer unbelievable size made it a massive hazard. Just one heavy footstep, shaking the ground, could accidentally crush a smaller creature flat. And that massive tail could deliver devastating, sweeping blows. It definitely wasn't hunting you, but you absolutely would not want to be anywhere near its path.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 3, Cretaceous monsters, the era of incredibly specialized hunters. It's really fascinating how reality completely shatters our favorite pop culture myths. Take the velociraptor, for example. The big blockbuster movies show them as these towering, human-sized hunters, right? Well, in reality, they were roughly the size of a turkey. But hey, they still earn a solid 5 out of 10 danger level because they were lightning fast, highly intelligent, and they sported a nasty, curved killing claw on each foot. Now, contrast that turkey-sized hunter with the Spinosaurus. This beast grew up to 15 meters long, meaning it was possibly longer than a T-Rex. It spent most of its time near the water, using this bizarre crocodile-like snout filled with dozens of conical teeth to snatch up giant fish. Earning a massive 9 out of 10, the Spinosaurus was an absolute river monster. Honestly, any animal entering its territory, whether on land or in the water, was in deep, deep trouble. Let's bring that danger level back to a solid 8 out of 10. We're talking about one of the most famously well-armored, heavily fortified plant eaters to ever walk the earth during the Cretaceous period. This thing was a literal living tank. Weighing up to 12 tons, the Triceratops featured 3 formidable, bone-crushing horns and a massive protective frill shielding its neck. It was easily as dangerous as a modern rhinoceros, and honestly, probably a whole lot worse. Its sheer, raw strength made it one of the toughest dinosaurs alive. A healthy adult Triceratops was practically untouchable. It was more than capable of easily impaling any attacker foolish enough to charge at it. Okay, brace yourselves, because we're spiking the danger near the absolute maximum now, a 9.5 out of 10. We're traveling all the way to ancient South America to meet a predator that completely ruled long before the most famous king ever took the throne. The Giganosaurus. I mean, even just the name is incredibly intimidating. This animal was a South American nightmare. Reaching lengths exceeding 13 meters, it was built for pure, unadulterated destruction. Its jaws were packed with deeply serrated teeth, and those weren't just for grabbing. They were specifically designed to slice through flesh with horrific, terrifying efficiency. It hunted some of the absolute largest dinosaurs ever known to science. Let's just be very clear. An encounter between a human and a Giganosaurus, it would end instantly. No contest.
Section 4. The ultimate apex predator. This is where the tension reaches its absolute peak. 10 out of 10. The ultimate danger level. The undisputed king has officially arrived. The Tyrannosaurus rex, the ultimate apex predator. Over 12 meters long and weighing a staggering 9 tons. But its massive size wasn't even its deadliest weapon. The T-Rex possessed a bite force that is among the absolute strongest of any land animal ever known to science. It could literally shatter solid bone in a single devastating chomp, using teeth that reached nearly 30 centimeters in length. That's almost a foot long. And contrary to some of the old myths you might have heard, it was surprisingly fast, and it had highly developed senses, including truly exceptional vision. If a T-Rex entered an ecosystem, it dominated the whole thing completely. Trying to survive alongside one of these would be extraordinarily difficult. It was, without a doubt, a masterpiece of lethal evolution. Section 5, the fall and legacy. Fast forward to 66 million years ago, where absolutely everything changes. Disaster struck near the Chicxulub crater in a rapid-fire sequence of totally apocalyptic destruction. Here's how it happened. First, a giant asteroid slams right into the Earth. Second, that impact unleashes unimaginable energy, causing massive fires to erupt globally. Third, enormous tsunamis aggressively cross the world's oceans. Fourth, all that debris and dust thrown into the atmosphere completely blocks out the sunlight. And finally, fifth, without that sunlight, the plants die and entire food chains completely collapse. Within a relatively short geological blink of an eye, most of these magnificent dinosaur species disappeared forever. The age of dinosaurs ended in fire and darkness. But I want to leave you with a question today that completely changes how you look at the world outside your window right now. Are the dinosaurs really gone? Or are they literally hopping around in your backyard at this very moment? Because the truly mind-bending reality is that certain dinosaur lineages actually survived that apocalypse. Modern birds? They are their direct descendants. So in a very real scientific sense, dinosaurs never vanished at all. They simply evolved. The very next time you see a tiny bird outside, just remember, You're looking at the living legacy of Earth's most dangerous rulers. Thanks so much for exploring this lost world with me in this explainer. Stay curious, everyone.